Hey trackies, welcome back to another video. Please remember to smash that subscribe button, hit the like button as well. That's how the video gets to the YouTube algorithm. Share the video if you care. I hope y'all care, so share and sound off in the comment section below. It's official. No Elaine Thompson-Herah. Of course, trackies, we should have known for some days now that Elaine Thompson-Herah would not be competing at the national championships that starts on the 27th, incidentally, which is Thursday coming. And the cutoff point to registration, at least online, for the athletes was last Thursday, 12 a.m. So at that particular point, when the world checked because the website kept crashing, that's how much people were interested in what was happening from a Jamaican perspective. And it's so funny because when I said the whole world would be watching Jamaica for trials, y'all clowned me in the comment section. Nobody cares about Jamaica. Jamaica isn't as big as you think when it comes to track and field. And I was like, in my mind, y'all don't understand the weight that we carry. Clearly, even fans, even Jamaicans themselves don't understand the weight that we carry and how impactful we are to the rest of the world. But alas, as I said, the world was watching, the website kept crashing. Point is, coming out of that track is no registration for Elaine Thompson-Herah. No, clearly, I should have done this video, days ago, but unfortunately, given, what was happening with all of the Allegiant switches, yeah, that kind of, pushed this, on the back foot. But that being said, I was waiting because I did recognize from earlier on in the week as well, before the deadline, that she was not registered. But I do recall in 2023 actually that she registered last minute. So I was like, okay, let's just give it the full time and wait to see if she would indeed, get registered for the senior championships. But yes, when it came down to the deadline, no Elaine Thompson here. And then I started to, think in my mind, well, I believe you can also register, you know, in person. I think they have a form to fill out. I'm not really sure. I think they have a form that you can fill out as well. So it's like, my delusions made me start to wonder if she registered some other way, right? But anyway, track is point is no Elaine Thompson here for the senior championships. And we have an update as it relates to what's currently going on with her. So y'all know I did say in that video when I talked about her that, hey, the information that I got is she was training well. I didn't get any information about any injury concerns. So not seeing her show up at trials, but even before not seeing her show up for trials, or at least get herself registered for trials, we didn't see her competing, and that was clearly a little bit concerning for us, because we athletes need races to get sharp. So not seeing her compete, of course, was definitely concerning. But then track is reports are now out, and it's something that was we heard about from last year when it came to Elaine Thompson-Herah and her injury. And it was the fact that she did go to a doctor, and the doctor did explain, one in Europe, that hey, it's best to take some time off and have this injury heal 100%, take the year off actually. And no reports are coming out that is indeed what Elaine Thompson-Herah decided to do, take the whole year off to get herself completely healed so that she can come back ready to compete at her absolute best. It's interesting though, track is because I'm thinking about the fact that she was told to take this time off, and I'm wondering if she took the opportunity, because I didn't hear anything about her doing a surgery or not doing a surgery. So I'm wondering if she took the opportunity to do the surgery. Now, the thing about doing surgeries when you have Achilles issues is that it can be make or break. It can literally break your career, or it can be good. I know multiple athletes that have done an Achilles surgery, and that was it for them when it comes to competing. I remember, the most recent one I can recall is Christian Taylor, that long triple jumper, sorry, from the United States of America. He actually had to do that, Achilles surgery, and he had to switch his lead leg and could never really jump the same again. So, there's always concern there. Still looking out for that young American Abby Steiner as well. She's another one that did the Achilles surgery, and yeah, we haven't really heard much about her since. So waiting to see what that is going to amount to. So we understand, that as I said, a surgery can be make or break. So I was wondering in my mind if she did it, but then I'm thinking, yeah, maybe she didn't do it, because who's going to risk that make or break? We all know Elaine Thompson-Herah the heights that she scaled and the heights that we believe, that she'll still be able to scale once she gets back, fit and healthy and ready to go. And that's what we really and truly want to see from her. So yes, track is it's confirmed. Elaine Thompson-Herah will not be touching the track at all for 2025. And then going into 2026 makes it even better because it's not a year where there are any championships. Yes, World Athletics will be starting a new championship, but not the major World Athletics Championships will be on for 2026. So she doesn't really have to worry about, having to be at her absolute best for that year. So really and truly, 2027, and I know track is as I'm stacking the years, we're also stacking her age as well. But I do believe that Elaine Thompson-Herah, still has a lot left to offer, in the sport of track and field, even given again her, getting older every year. Now, she's one of those athletes that blossomed late, came to the fore late in her career. So I don't think she's one of those athletes that would suffer from, the accumulation of her running, over all those years. Plus, she spends time being injured most of the time anyway. So I don't really think she's suffered that burnout that many athletes, that are coming from the junior ranks all the way up suffer from, and they're not able to have long careers in the sport of track and field. So for Elaine Thompson here, I think she's good, from that facet. We just want her to be healthy. So, Chuck, is as for this talk when it comes to Elaine Thompson-Herah and switching allegiance, it's so funny that she was also tossed in the pile, and she's one of the top earners when it comes to athletics in Jamaica. And clearly, she runs in the blue ribbon events, the 100 meters, 200 meters. So she has made bread and is making bread. And it's interesting that I saw a few people hinting that hey, Elaine Thompson-Herah should take up the offer, and I'm like, I wonder why. You know what I mean? Are we that eager to not see Elaine Thompson-Herah represent, Jamaica? At some particular point, track is, when you're rich, you're just rich. And, you can always be richer, sure. I'm sure Usain Bolt could have been richer if he took some of those deals that, that he was offered. But at the end of the day, he's already rich. So what's the point, right? So, of course, Elaine Thompson-Herah being thrown in, didn't really sit well with me. And I'm glad that I'm also hearing that, hey, it was never the thought process that she would ever, switch allegiance. And I don't even know why people are putting that out there. And I hate when people, spread the narrative using Elaine Thompson-Herah's name because she already gets a bad rap in the public, right? There's already, preconceived notions about her personality in the public. And now when people start saying, oh, Elaine, 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 you're already going to make her haters hate her even more by, using her name in that particular facet. And I really and truly don't appreciate it because there was no need to throw Elaine Thompson-Herah into the pile. What Elaine Thompson-Herah is going through right now is something that she suffered from the beginning of her career practically when it comes to her competing. She's always had an Achilles issue that has nothing to do with the J3As and what she's worth and whether or not she's getting what she's worth, representing brand Jamaica. It has nothing to do with that, right? So at the end of the day, trackies, I really would appreciate it if y'all leave Elaine Thompson-Herah's name out of this whole, allegiance switch situation. Am I saying it's impossible for her to switch? No, but I'm saying at the same time, don't make things worse for her with how the public perceives her. And as I said, she already, gets way too much negative feedback from the public. That being said, trackies, I'm wishing her all the best and I'm praying, that once she comes back in 2026, we can see, the dominant force that she was. And hopefully she'll be able to scale, to new heights. Because, when I talk about Elaine Thompson-Herah and, the things that she could have done, I was having a conversation with someone recently about, what she could have possibly done in that 200 meters. And it's scary to think, where another Jamaican athlete has reached, and thinking that if Elaine Thompson-Herah one had remained healthy and was able to compete to that level, what type of competition would she have put up, against, that Jamaican athlete? It would have been, very, very enthralling, I believe. Also, there are a lot of thoughts as it relates to as well. What ifs in my mind? What if she didn't, switch coaches? What if this? What if that? So there's a lot of what ifs in my mind. But when it comes to live tracking, sometimes you make decisions and you don't really know where it's gonna go. Well, all the time you make decisions and you don't really know where it's gonna go. Sometimes it goes great, sometimes it goes bad. And right now, we haven't really seeing things going Elaine Thompson-Herah's way from a coaching perspective. But I'm hoping that, going forward, whatever the situation she has set up now, will work for her. And as I said, I'm waiting to see her get back to the heights that she was at, and also trackies probably scale to new heights as well. Big Machine, Elaine, we are eagerly awaiting you in 2026. Anyway, trackies, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. No Elaine Thompson here for the rest of 2025. We'll be seeing her in 2026. Like the video, of course, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye.